Hi, Mark Renshaw here, and this is the story of my bikes. We have here my first track bike where I got some decent results, and I rode this bike in the 1999 Junior World Championships in Athens. I also rode in 2000 Junior World Championships, and through kind of all my younger career, from when I was about 16, 17 through to about 18, 19, I did all my racing on this bike, and yeah, big trip down memory lane. Lots to talk about on the bike. The thing that really stands out is I designed this paint job. I can remember as a kid I got some colours and I kind of drew this little stuff around here, and I gave him the drawing as a kid and said, this is what I want my bike to look like. Peter Bundy built the bike for me. We've got Columbus Max tubing. He did all the measurements and designed the frame. Peter Bundy kind of took over the business from Jim Bundy. They're still well known in track cycling. An amazing bike, and I had some amazing times on there, and lots to talk about, Rob. It's probably not the chain ring I was racing with. Start from the front of the bike. We've got steel sprint track bars. You know, when I bought this 3T stem, I thought it was the best thing ever. I've lost the little plastic cap here that goes in there. You know, it's not it's not what we see now in a conventional stem. It's got the old drop down bolt where you tighten it up and it expands into the steerer tube. You know, Shimano 105 headset. That's a walk down memory lane. Got a San Marco roll saddle, which was you know, the bee's knees in seats on track bikes. You know, even having this little bit of flared seat post here was pretty cool back in the day. Coming to the pedals, so at this stage still riding toe clips. So we've got the old double toe straps. Shimano cleat, where you kind of had the wing would come in under this. You got your toe straps and double toe straps over the top. So those pedals they're amazing. Like, to think I was riding these on a track. Dad's even engraved, you know, my initials on the pedals, so you know no one stole them as a 15-year-old down at Tempe Velodrome in Sydney. It's got a set of Karima 4-spoke wheels on the bike. Look, they're probably a little bit too modern for the bike, but I did ride some Karima 4-spokes at the Junior World Championships when I won the Kilo in Italy on this bike. I won the team sprint in Athens in '99 with Joby Dacre and Ben Kirsten. You know, two other well-known guys back in that period of time. But definitely a trip down memory lane with that bike, and just the angles and everything about it. You know, brings back some great memories.
Could you have imagined that this bike would sort of steer you into the career that you went on to have?
Oh, look, not at all.
I mean, you would have had youthful aspiration, but...
You know, I was, realistically, I probably was 15 or 16 when I, you know, covered this paint job in and gave it to Jim Bundy and said I want my bike to be yellow with, you know, Australian colours. And, you know, I never thought back then that I'd come, you know, this far and or be this involved in cycling. But it turned out pretty good, and you know, all thanks to this bike. As a junior, obviously back then we were doing a lot of country carnivals and a lot in Sydney, riding on Tempe Velodrome, and eventually we got just towards the end of riding on this bike, we had Dunk Great in the 2000s. It brings back a lot of good memories. I had my old trainer send me some old training programs that I would have done on this bike, and it was all down here in Bathurst on a flat track at 4 o'clock in the afternoon after school. You know, smash out 20 standing starts on this bike, and like, testament to Jim and Peter Bundy. It never broke and it never faltered. Nothing's ever been done from the moment it turned up in whatever it was, 1998 to right now. Look, starting on the track is the foundation for a lot of riders, especially in Australia. They step from the track program to road, and look, it taught me everything I probably know now about leading out, laying off the wheel. All those races as a kid was the foundations to being a good pro rider on the road. I had some fun on this winning races, that's for sure.